Okay, I am now recording. So this class we're gonna show how to use the page editor. And so this will apply to the title page, the colophon, dedication, foreword, and introduction. And this will also only work with the Family Book Creator 2019 because 2017 does not have this. They have these pages, but you can't start incorporating graphics such as this. Or, like this, it's text only. So one of the first things when you're doing it is click on this icon to go into full screen mode.
Yep.
Because then this will kind of bring it up, and so now you've got more workspace rather than doing with the little dinky thing. I'm going to.
How do you get, I can get my title in there, but how do you get a picture in? Like
Yeah, well, what I was gonna do here is I'm going to reset this to the defaults. So here's kind of like the default page.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go into here. So now really all you gotta do is click down here, and then all you gotta do is click on this icon up here. It's like insert a picture. So you do this, then it'll point you to where
the picture is.
Yeah, where the picture is. Yeah, I forgot where I actually stored that picture.
I did too.
Well, I'll tell you what, let me just.
No, I'll find
that's
mine.
not the one. Well, here, I'm gonna just do this picture. It's any picture, but boom, Okay, now, and obviously that went way big. So you just click on it, and now you can just drag to resize it, and then it keeps it proportional.
Okay. I clicked on it. Do I have to do a copy paste? I clicked on it in the Explorer.
Yeah, you click on it and then you click open.
Oh, open.
So, and then so now you can resize it. You can, let's see here, this is being told to center.
Click on it, open.
Yeah, and then there's, let's see here. I mean, you can rotate it if you want. I got to double check where, yeah, then here you can just say if you want, if there was text around it, you can say how text wraps around it. You can click on the position. So here it's alignment. We can do an absolute.
Wait a minute, I'm going back.
But then we can start dragging it wherever we want.
Yeah.
I can't even get. So if you want to even include more pictures,
Okay, I can't even get it onto. I've got it opened on my Explorer, but I can't get it over to my Word.
You double click on it and then.
Yeah, because
just come to this screen and paste it.
Yeah, because see, once you select where it's stored on your hard drive, all you gotta do is select it, click open, and then it will incorporate it.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, in worst case, you can always do it in Word too. If you're more comfortable with Word.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I can play with it then. Okay.
Because see here, I store, my different title pages, so here's Fossmere. So here, my Fassbender ancestors came from the Cologne, Germany area. So I found this nice
Uh-huh.
public domain picture, you know, of Cologne, Germany. You know, so same thing with like Fjellstead. So here, see, here's where I did two pictures. You know, here's my great grandpa Fjellstead, and then here's also the Fjellstead coat of arms. So, like I said, if you ever can't figure out how to do it in Family Book Creator, you can do it straight in Word itself.
Okay, okay.
And then
Okay.
now this will save with it. Now, if you're like me, where you do more than one book, you know, you'll want to probably save this separately, and you can just click on here, save as.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then this will save it as a Word document. I store these in my Dropbox folder. So I store these different titles for dedications.
Yeah.
And then
John, there's probably a way to use subfolders, but would be nice if you've got multiple books like you're describing. If Stefan had a way to relate those files together, so then when you want to retrieve a group of files for the title, the colophon, the introduction, and all that, would be nice if you could retrieve all of them together.
Oh, they do. Because if you save the settings in this FBCS, it stores all 5 pages plus your settings.
Okay.
See, there's 2 ways of saving it. The default is the FBCS, so that will save all of them.
Okay.
Now, if you save just the BCS, now see, I'll save it in both ways. The BCS is like the old version, so it stores all your settings, but it does not save the title, colophon, dedication, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Now, the downside to that is, you know, if you start tweaking your settings, you know, and then say, okay, I'm working on the whole book.
Yeah.
And then now all of a sudden I'm doing on the Fassbender book, you have to remember those settings. So usually what I do, see here, it's like, I'll load up my settings new. Here, I'll load up my Fassbender book settings.
Uh-huh.
So here's my title. Here, well, the colophon I don't think changes, but here, like the dedication changes. This one I haven't done pictures.
Yeah.
The foreword, you know, changes. Now here's the etymology. Here I found this one website where if you type in the surname for Germany, it will kind of give you a heat map as to where they're from.
Oh, really? I'd like to see that one.
I will shoot the link in the chat.
Okay.
I've got to find it, but
Yeah.
So this is kind of where they were in like 1890.
Uh-huh.
So when my ancestors came over, it's like 1845, but so close. But my uncle said he remembered his grandpa Fassbender said they came from the Cologne, Germany area. Well, Cologne, Germany is right around here, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ancestry's DNA has a map feature too, but doesn't come out like that.
Yeah,
But it shows you where the relatives were from.
yeah.
Yeah. This would be nice.
Yeah.
And then introduction, then now likewise. No, so say if I go into the Fjellstead line, now all of a sudden, okay, there's that title page, there's this dedication page.
Yeah.
So even the foreword I've changed, you know, with the naming of Fjellstead, you know.
Uh-huh.
But like I said, now if you start tweaking settings in here, and change it.
Yeah.
So what I do is when I do make a change, I will save my settings. I'll save them in the FBCS for the new thing, but I'll also save them in the BCS. And I just call it like, well, I called it like new master. So this has all my individual tweaks. So if I go to a book I haven't worked on in say a year and a half, after I load the like the Fjellstead line, then I can just go in here, say new master. Okay. So this does not change any of these 5 pages, but any of these individual settings in here,
Uh-huh.
you know, all those settings will change. So to whatever are my latest tweaks. So
Yeah.
so that's one way. The other way is you can like directly open them here too. So if you'd rather keep your settings, but then here I'll load up the Fossbender page. I can load up the dedication Fossbender. I can load the forward Fossbender. You know, so you can do it that way too. So it's kind of a horse apiece as to how you prefer to do it.
Yeah.
So for the dedication, let me get back to the Hall one. For this one, rather than just listing the names, it's like, well, I've got pictures of most of them. So for this one, I actually set up a table.
Yeah.
And see, I've got like 15 people. Oh, I've got Cheryl's things. So let me just close that. Let me just revert this one. So here's kind of like how the default was. So how I did that was I just inserted a table, and then it says, okay, so how big do you want it? Well, I want 3 across, 5 down, because I had 15 people. And and actually,
Yeah.
I actually wanted to do it for double the number.
Right.
Well, actually, I can change this here. Table properties. No, I guess I can't.
What do you mean double the number?
Well, because what I did in that one, if you look,
He has the pictures and the names.
yeah, the pictures and the name. So I need 2 boxes for each one.
Oh,
Dedication Walder. Or no, main books, dedication hall. So you can see I've got 2 for one for the picture, one for the name, and then I change the size.
Yeah.
So
But you're in Word now.
well, no, I'm actually in the Family Book Creator
You're
text editor. I'm in the editor. But
the
like I said, you
editor.
can do this in Word too, if you want.
Okay, but where is the editor?
Well, as soon as you
in-
go to it, you know, this dedication is like, boom, here's the editor right here. I can edit right here. You know, I can just start saying,
Oh, title page, okay.
you know, so maybe I don't even want to say Patricia, I just want to say Patches, you know.
show her again where to go full screen.
Yeah. And then, but like I said, if you don't want to work on that tiny, it's a lot better just click on the full screen mode up here. And that will just kind of give you more room to play with. And then for these headshots, when I start putting them in, I find it's just better just have all the snapshots in one place.
Mhm.
So, you know, and then this was just kind of like the same thing, you know, insert a picture. And this was, yeah, dedication hall. So the first one was Bev. Okay, then likewise, okay, it goes real big. But then you can change this so that well,
Yeah, you can just drag it too.
yeah, just drag it down. And there's even ways, and I think I wound up doing this in Word because I could specify, okay, each picture I want.
In Word, there's an option to replace.
Yeah, so I can say,
that.
okay, I want this like 1 inch by 1 inch, you know,
Yeah.
it's just certain things like this is just easier in Word,
Mhm, mhm.
you know.
Okay.
You can do it in this, but like I said, if you want to get real serious, it's just easy to do it in Word. When you do it in Word, the only thing you have to worry about are the margins.
Oh.
Because under preferences, text and page layout, you know, if you look at, here's the book margins. Well, if you've got like a inside and outside margins here it's like 6/10 of an inch and 3/4 of an inch. Well, if you design a page, say with a 1/4 inch margins all the way around, well, that's not going to fit in here, and then it's going to
Mhm.
wrap funny. So it's like if you do it in Word, you make sure you match the margins,
Okay.
or better yet, maybe start it in here, and then I say, okay, this isn't perfect, but you can just save this as a Word document. Like I
Oh.
said, save it wherever you want, and then open up that document in Word.
Mhm.
So like right now, if I was going to be, you know, working on this, I don't have to worry about, I don't have to worry about the margins. The margins are set. So,
Mhm. Mhm. Okay.
so now let me get to the whole.
So what kind of people in your family tree did you put those pictures of those? Are they like cousins, aunts?
These are, well, this Janice, this is my mom. Denise, she's the wife of my mom's first cousin. Same thing, Bev is the first cousin of my mom. Sarah and Gretchen, these are like, and Tabby, these are second cousins once removed.
You know,
Diana, Ron, they're first cousin of my mom. Melvina's a second cousin. June, Jennifer, they're cousins, you know.
Okay, so they're kind of cousins. Okay,
Yeah.
that's who you put in there. Okay.
I mean,
Whatever
these
you
are basically people that have really helped me with
Oh,
my
okay.
book. So
Yeah.
that's why this is the dedication, and
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and Bev herself, it's like she gave me so much help. She had 6 notebooks, handwritten, that she kept track of all this information, including some family members where it was better than any soap opera. It's like, if I wouldn't have had that book, I would have never figured it out. And then plus she kept all the newspaper clippings, and so I mean, it's because of her is how I got the newspaper clippings from my great grandparents and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so, and then these are just the headshots from the that's in their profile photos. So
Mm-hmm.
So, and so,
Okay, so that's a dedication. That's why you put them in there. I got it.
right.
Mhm.
You know,
Okay.
it's like before, it's like, well, like I said, with this Walter one, I haven't updated this one. You know, it's just before I was just doing names, and it's like,
Mhm.
that's nice. And then I decided, well, once 2019 came out, it's like, well, here, let me start throwing in the pictures. And I
Okay.
played with, like, you can add in text boxes, and that kind of, for me, became, that would be something like if you wanted to, if you had a big picture, you know, say like this, and then you wanted to
Mhm.
put something over here, a text box would be good for that, you know, because that's this, you know, so you can
Mhm.
let's say home of my third great grandparents. You can squeeze that, whoops, squeeze that, and you know, so you can do that. And then there's like
Okay.
fillings, and you can,
Mhm.
you know, you can start just going nuts with everything you want to do. You can change the colors, you can change the fonts and the background. So I mean, you could make it,
Mhm.
you know,
Okay. Okay.
but this is all in Word, so it's,
Okay. Uh-huh.
you know, really your imagination is the limit.
If you
You
have
can
a
do
good
a lot of stuff
imagination.
here, you know, but like I said, you know, you've got even more control over Word, and this title wouldn't even have to be one page. I could make it 2 pages, 3 pages,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
especially like the dedication, the forward. You're not limited to just one page. You could
Yeah.
have,
Mhm.
you know, the forward, you know, maybe you might have a 20-page document on the history of the family, and
Oh.
uh,
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
could throw in here if you want, or maybe move it over to the introduction.
Oh.
John,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
John,
Yeah.
I've got a 100-page introduction to one family.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, the issue to it was the family owned a company in the town that we were from,
Mm-hmm.
and I had all this information on the company, and it really didn't apply to individual people. So I put it into a single document that shows up in the introduction.
Yeah. Now the other thing you can do with it is if you use color coding in your tree, you know, you can see here I've got color codes assigned to certain people. And since my grandma was the oldest of 11 kids, I had to resort to a double, let me exit out of this. I had to resort to a double color code scheme.
Mhm.
You know, for the variety of lines. There's only 2 boys, so DeWitt got blue, Emery got that cyan. But since I only had 8 colors, what this go back here to the family book creator. If you use that keyword color coding legend, it will actually figure out what those colors are and stuff. And you have so in this forward, you know, here I got this less than color coding legend greater than. It will create a color code legend, which let me just pull up a book here. Now, typically, if you've got 8 kids or less that you do it from, genealogy, yeah. Here, like, here's the Fossbender line. I'll get this bigger here. This is this is the default. So if all you use is that color coded legend, this is what it will use. So, okay, red is descendants of Peter, Henry, John, Gertrude, Barbara, Michael. Michael, this is my second great grandfather. And Adolf and Joseph. There's one other kid in here, Matthias, was born after John and before Gertrude, but he died as a young boy. So, I mean, obviously he never got married or had kids. So,
And isn't there in Family Book Creator where you can use symbols instead?
yes, yes, you can use symbols too. That's in the the report and styles. So here's the default multicolored dots. And then you can even say if you want them small, medium, large. Or if you're, say, printing this out, say, on a laser printer, so, or just black and white. And even if you say take it to a shop to get printed, you know, printing out in black and white is a lot cheaper than in color. So you can tell it to use like small letters or stars, triangle symbols, and then tell it not to use multicolor. And in the manual, they do, cover what Family Book Creator. They do cover those symbols, which is color coding. Let me just do this. Yeah, here you can see like an example of like the geometric symbols. You can have it in color or you can just have it in black and white. You know, like that. And then they got chess symbols and stars, and you know, you got more you can play with. So now when it does these colors, it always does it in this order. So if you're applying the color coding, you should know, because it's always going to print red first, orange, then yellow, then green, cyan. It's always going to print them in that specific order. So let's say red, yellow, or red, orange, yellow, green. So since I wanted these kids listed in order of birth, that's how I had to label, that's how I had to color code them. Now, in the terms of my grandma's family, where she was the oldest of 11. No, that's not the one I wanted. Okay, pardon me. That's not where I thought it was.
John, that's typical of all of us.
Ah, here we go. Here's the book, and then go to the color coding. See, this, since I did them, I had to use the double color coding. See, this doesn't really make sense to, if I said, okay, here's the color coding, and you're gonna look, huh? You got two filters for red, one, you know, two for orange, one, you know, it's like, huh? So the color coding doesn't, the automatic color coding does not always work. So what I did is I saved this, and I had initially, I'll color code legend. I initially typed up this, and then rather than like for Dorothy, I actually said Dorothy, then I actually spelled out pink, red, Helen, pink, Louise, pink, orange. And what I did is I just changed those words, and then I literally just copied and pasted. Okay, there's the red dot. So I copied it, came over to here, and pasted, So basically here I just created, here's what I want as the color coding legend. So, and this is just a Word document. So then I saved it. I'm not gonna save that. Then, since I always run this from Clarence, what I do then is I add this Word document to him, and then I mark it private just so it won't, I mean, this doesn't have, I've got my tree synced with Ancestry. Well, not this specific one, but my main tree synced with Ancestry. So, I mean, I don't want that document going to Ancestry because it's not going to mean anything to anyone. It only has meaning for the book. So it's private. And then by assigning the category code, FBC color coding legend, since a media item or a Word document exists with that legend, now when I run this book, from Clarence, it will substitute in, okay. Yeah, I got too many things running. Down some of this stuff.
John, we expect nothing less.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, let me shut down Family Tree Maker and restart it. So, but in the forward where I had that color coding legend, here we go. Launching. So now in here, so now when it sees that code and it knows, hey, there's a Word document with that, rather than doing the automatic generation of the color coding, it's going to just substitute in that document.
Then in the user guide, or
Yeah, this should be in the user guide too.
like how to code that, like that.
Well, yeah, this is just a standard. Yeah, that should be in the manual. I just had, oh, I know why it's not in that list, because it's not in. The manual's not in my Dropbox, that's why it's not there. And this manual is getting updated. So, yeah, color coding legend. Yeah, so yeah, you just search for it and,
So can you just go over, John, how you made that Word document with the colors in it?
Okay, I just took, okay, I just started a normal Word document.
Mhm.
Because it was a Word document. Let me see here. Some of the dedication.
Like I understand, just the first, the explanation of the word or the color coding.
Yeah.
Mainly, I don't know where you got those colors from, those dots from.
Oh, okay. Okay, where I got those dots is I generated the book and let it do the default color coding. I let it do that default color coding or the color coding legend to do. That's where we are. So, and it generated this book, and this I just did, and it came with this. So I created another document, and I copied and pasted the text from the other one where I had it spelt the way it was. Oh, that's here. Let's see, dedication. I know that's forward. Or no, duh.
So
That's the color coding legend. Yeah, sorry. So see, I basically had this and it was all like text. So it said like Dorothy. I think I had like pink, red. I had like Helen, pink. On and on and on. And then all I did here is I opened up this other document. Okay. Here's the pink. So I copied it. I went over to the hall and then, I just substituted in this pink, and you can do search and replace if you want, and just replaced it.
Okay, so
that's how I got those exact dots and symbols.
okay, so how did you generate that? Like to get that book with the
To
like,
get this.
Did you have to put your colors into or?
Well, first off, the people are color coded in here.
Okay.
And to get those double colors, I had to create filters. And these are just descendants.
Okay.
Dorothy and her descendants, and then I had to do it twice.
Okay, I don't even know how to make do a filter, so.
Oh, so that is like here you do a filter. So there's Dorothy, and I just clicked her descendants. This one only has 2 because this is a subset of the tree. But then I just clicked apply, and then you save it, and then I called that Dorothy 1.
Yeah, Lori, there's in the Family Tree Maker users group, Nancy has a unit on how to use filters.
Yeah, how to create them and stuff.
Okay, I haven't done anything with that, but
But yeah, it's like you just go, it's down here, then you have to go up and say, and this is locked up again. Yeah, it doesn't like it when I'm recording and stuff. But yeah, you just keep going through creating the filters. And I was so glad when 2019 came out.
Oh, yes.
And the filters auto update. Because I was so, I was so tired of, it's like, so-and-so just had a baby, and stuff. So, well, if you want it color coded, you got to recreate the filter again. So since 2019 came out, no more recreating filters. if there's a new grandchild born, it's like, boom, they're automatically added to the list. The list automatically updates. So.
okay, a couple things. Do the symbols, are there more than 8 symbols that you can use?
No.
Just
You've
8?
only got 8 colors.
Okay.
So, that's why you're at it. And since my grandma's the oldest of 11, that's why I kind of did this double color coding system.
Mhm. Okay.
You know, so pink, red. Helen had the most kids or the most descendants. So I just gave her just one color.
Okay, now how does it show up in the book that you create? How does it, where are those colors?
Oh, well, in the book, okay, you start going to the family person, then see here they start showing up like this.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. And then does it keep going through?
And then they will show up. Oh, okay. Yeah, this hasn't updated. Well, here I can.
So those dots only show up in the portrait pictures.
Well, the portraits, but then here, see, they show up here on the index of places.
Oh, okay.
But there's nothing throughout the text, like,
And that, no, they only show up in the family tree charts.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the index of places and index of individuals. So that's where the
Okay.
color coding shows up.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then where we use the legend. So it looks like this, you know.
okay. I guess I was sort of hoping that, and maybe this will be future, that there would be a, say for Dorothy, there would be a bar of red on the right hand corner or on the outside corner. There would be a bar that would go right down the side of the picture or of the text for all of Dorothy's family, Dorothy and her descendants.
No.
Does that make
Well,
sense?
that's something you can definitely put in like a feature request.
Yeah.
And that's just support@familybookcreator.com.
Mhm.
Likewise, if you got ambitious, you could do it in Word itself, save the book as Word, and then
Just do a copy and paste.
you know, so if you wanted to start doing like bars down here or
Well, all the way down down all those pages, like everybody.
yeah, well, this is, yeah, we kind of have to get down to, yeah, you'd want to start doing it here.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you could definitely manually add them, but that would be a lot of work, especially like my full book here. This is just a small subset, and this is like, well, 71 pages.
Mhm.
My full book is like just over 500 pages. And that's like without doing the, there's no footnotes.
Yeah.
Because most of my family members just eyes glaze over and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
and I create a special one for the two people that that do want that. So,
Okay.
We touched briefly on a couple of days ago about this setting categories to resize a picture
yeah,
to make full width. Does it always have to be the underscore? It's always FBC and then underscore.
yes. The media category names must be exact.
Yes, I remember that's what you said, but yeah, can you go to the let's see, it was It was in your media.
Yeah,
He has a list on his groups.
yeah. There is a text file in the. If you go to the file section, there is a text file called FBC _media_categories.txt.
Okay, okay. FBC and then media
Categories.txt.
and is there an underscore after media
No,
categories? And then there's an underscore after
no,
categories?
just after
Just after FBC.
the FBC.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I wrote something like that down the other day.
And we can go over more of this tomorrow because that's going to be in like media part 2 and
Oh, I know, it was
books.
photo album. FBC and then photo album. And then there was an underscore and then full width. Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
That's the page.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's the full width one.
okay,
But
okay,
then you
that's,
can also specify other sizes too.
yeah, okay. Yeah, album. I just didn't know where to put the underscore.
Yeah.
Copy and paste it.
And yeah, that's why I created this. So you can literally just copy and paste it when you add in the media categories.
Oh, okay, okay, good. Mm-hmm. Was that one of something that you had set up yourself or was it?
Yeah,
FBC?
I manually created this.
Oh,
And just
okay.
because I've got like multiple trees, and sometimes I start out a new tree. And then it's like just to add them in so I can just copy and paste. So
Could you put a copy of this on your Facebook page?
it is.
Is it on your Facebook
Yes.
page?
Go to in the family book creator. It's in the file section.
Files, okay. In FBC files. Okay. Okay, we'll do that. Good.
And why?
And then you tag her in it.
Yeah, because here, yeah, see in the files and then,
Okay, there it is, categories up there.
well, that's a tree file. That's
Oh,
a different way you can restore this and then merge this in,
oh, okay.
and you will get them. But here it is. This last one.
Media categories, okay.
And yeah, what's your name? I can tag you in this post.
Oh,
What's your name on Facebook?
just Kathy Lambert
Oh, right there.
with, yeah.
Yeah. This is the text file.
Yeah, okay.
There, I
Okay.
tagged you in this post, so you go out and just do this latest reversion. You can click there to download it
Okay,
to your
okay, thank you.
computer. So,
Okay, that helps. Okay.
Are there any other questions? I mean, it's
So how does the introduction and the forward, how are they two different sections?
well, they print in this order, you know.
Yeah, I have that, yeah.
The introduction comes after the table of contents. And like I said, and all these are optional. You do not have to include them.
Uh-huh,
You can just uncheck the box and, okay, this will not get added,
okay, okay.
you know.
But it gave me some guidelines how how I
Yeah,
can
but
improvise
this
what they
is the
have
order
written.
that they will be in the book. It's the title page, then the colophon, then the dedication, then the foreword, then you're gonna have the table of contents,
And then, okay,
the introduction, then here's the main part. So here's gonna be the guts, the meat and bones of your family tree book, and then the indexes.
So do you save those changes that you made? Can you change your settings after that, or,
Yeah,
Like-
you can.
and then it'll still,
Because see, when you save your settings, if you save them in the standard FBCS, this will save all these settings. So say, okay, I do want to do end notes. You know, if you tweak how names print, you know, as to what, or maybe I want a bibliography, say maybe I don't want an index of places. That will also save and just like say, okay, you know, maybe I don't want this dear ancestor, you know, part, or I want something else. All this stuff will change. All this stuff will save with your settings.
oh, okay, okay. I think
And likewise, Family Book Creator remembers your settings from when you close it. It automatically like saves these settings.
Yeah, it does.
So when you come back to it, it'll always be how you left it. The real downside is like, say, if you do work on different books, and all of a sudden you say, oh, you know what, you know, I want to change the way this cause of death fact proves. You know, maybe I don't even want it as a narrative. Maybe I just want it as a table format.
Okay.
Well, if you go back to a book, say maybe you last did, say, a year ago, 2 years ago. Well, for instance, okay, let's just say, okay, I'm going to go work on, let's just say, okay, I'm going to go work on this Fjellstead book now. When I loaded those settings now, here, this cause of death is back to the way it was. Because it overwrites all your settings as well as, you know, the title page, dedication. So, and then that's why I also save them in the old format, the FBCS, because that does not change things. That won't change these 5 pages. Because like I said, see, I could, let's just say, oh, I don't want those coat of arms. But see now, see if I load just those BCS settings. That's this new master. You know. Oh, that's not right. That shouldn't have happened. That might be a bug. I might have to. I think I have to talk to Stefan, send Stefan a message on that one. Unless I inadvert. Oh, well. That's the bug. I've got to talk to Stefan on that. So, well, I am using a beta build too, so. So I'll be shooting him an email tonight or tomorrow, so. But otherwise, normally that should not have changed, so. Let's see if I do more than one change.
I'm gonna go and get some taxi. Oh, okay. Want me to come? Should I? All right. Are you having a conversation with those people? I'll go by myself. Oh, okay. John,
Yeah,
Graham here from New Zealand. Are you using build 617?
yes.
Has that actually been released yet?
No, this is a beta build.
Oh, okay.
So Stefan
Understand.
sends them, and so if you've got a specific problem that it answers, he will send it to you.
Okay.
And you can always see what's being worked, because on the Family Book Creator site here, if you go into change history, and here he even says, okay, build 167 available soon. Here he tells you everything that's changed. Okay, so here are fixes, here's an enhancement. And then this kind of applies to all versions of Family Book Creator. So even if you're still using 2014 or 2012, this would apply to it. So
Sure. Okay.
so
Understand.
and then
As you were saying,
it's
just, you're just using the beta version.
Apps to your phone.
So I beta test the stuff for him, and there's also a new manual in the works too. So I'm proofreading that, and so mostly it's just make sure the periods and commas are where they're at, and the main wording is fixed. So it's minor tweaks right now, but there's a lot of stuff. Like if you scroll down in this change history, you can see here like build 606. This is where they change like the update. You had options in the date output for the English language, and can start adding the relationship notes. And these are different than like marriage notes or divorce notes. There is actually a note section to the relationship itself. And down here, it's like the header footer stuff. You know, there's a bunch of new stuff that isn't in the current manual that's now being incorporated into the new manual. So
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's clear.
But yeah, it's like I periodically go and look at the change history, and then Stefan's policy as to when this will actually be released. I mean, I've seen it happen as soon as like 2 weeks. I've seen it be there for like 3-4 months. And then like sometime you may notice, you know, oh, maybe build 618 is coming up now, build 619, you know, because basically as soon as he doesn't get any negative feedback on these beta builds, then he releases it.
Yes, I noticed that just 2 weeks ago it was 615.
Yeah.
It's now up to 617.
Yeah, and now I'm going to be submitting a bug report to him. Well, like I said, tonight or tomorrow. So there'll probably be a 618 coming, and it's not like I'm the only person beta testing either. So and like I said, if you call with a problem, you know, and I mean, you know, and if it's something that he's fixed, he says, okay, here's the current build, and you know, just verify that it works, and you know, so. But anyway.
That's good.
So,
that's fine. Thank you, John.
Yep. Are there any more questions?
In the, let's see where I'm at. Items to include primary, and then it lists like address, adoption, file number, so on and that. And all I want is the birth, marriage, and deaths. But that doesn't list marriage. Is that?
Marriage is under partner. Under partner, are all the, here, say here's marriage. Here's where all the,
No, mine is not under, I don't have a partner.
and then you're
I
not
don't-
in the right section. It's right
I'm in
here.
primary.
Well, it's right next to a partner.
Oh, partner. Oh, okay.
Under
Oh.
partner, that is where all the shared facts are. That's where the marriage fact would be, the
I got
divorce
it.
fact, or any
Oh.
custom shared facts you've created,
Okay.
such as like married name.
Uh-huh. Okay, I see it. Okay, I see it now.
And the use of married name, that's in the manual too.
Okay.
So that's how you could specify if, you know, say, if, say, rather than just say the woman just taking her maiden name or her husband's name,
Sure.
maybe she hyphenates her name,
Yeah.
or maybe she doesn't change her name at all.
Yeah.
You can actually specify what the actual last name is.
Oh,
And I mean
okay.
that, it could even handle, let's just say he changed his last name to hers. So sometimes, and especially back in the days, I've got where that's happened, where if the woman's family was more of the prominent family, the husband will take her surname. And especially if there were no, if the woman didn't have any brothers, you know, so it's like you can handle it that way too.
Okay.
So
Okay, like I do have one couple that is actually partners because they didn't get married. They, so, and see, that's what I thought that was. And so I didn't pick that up to be as marriages. Okay. Okay, got it.
So yeah, there's a lot of things. It's like, I know a gay couple that got married, they changed their last names where it's a hybrid of their twos.
Yes, I have that too.
You know, where it was like Sussex and Hopkins, and I think it's like Suskins now. So you know,
Okay.
so
Okay.
like I said, there's lots of options that cover a lot of scenarios. And so
There is. That's what kind of threw me off to begin with, because I thought it would be a little bit more just right straightforward through, and
yeah.
it wasn't. So,
And
and go ahead.
yeah, and like I said, he does do it so that if it was a hyphenated, we'll take like the surname of their first child, where they would assume that. So there are some time saving features, you know, built in, but like I said, you can also override it if necessary. So
Okay, and there is a place that can I add a pedigree chart?
yeah, you could add, well,
From
in
Family
the
Tree
tree
Maker?
itself, I mean,
Kind of shows it, but I thought a big picture of the 5 generations or 4
yeah,
generations.
if you want to, yeah, you know, if you want to do it, you can either, you could save it as a graphic. And then, I mean, if it was a start, you know, maybe you might want it in the introduction or forward, or maybe
Right.
introduction, because this comes right before.
Well, right now I'm thinking put it at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to pique some interest in some family, but see if it helps.
Yeah, there is, that is like one feature request I know I've added, where it's like you can maybe have like some other, like another tab here, like for like an appendix, you know, or maybe it'd be before the indexes, you know, so you could load in stuff like that.
Okay, okay.
Whether or not it gets implemented, who knows? I mean,
Okay.
we can suggest it, but ultimately it's up to Stefan as to what
Yeah.
gets incorporated and doesn't.
Uh-huh.
There is one thing you could do, is if you look at, your book that you generate, you can look at the last person in the tree,
Yeah,
which would probably be, if it's a descendants book, it would probably be a child. So like this is a subset, so it's like to Emery or his wife.
uh-huh.
Because at the end is their media thing. I could make sure that the last picture is like that pedigree chart.
Okay, I could just copy it into the Word.
Yeah,
document.
yeah, and yeah, ultimately, yeah, you can copy it into Word too,
Yeah,
and then
okay,
save it,
okay,
and
that
then
would be, that would
likewise
be, okay,
re-update the page numbers.
okay. Okay,
So yeah, that's the ultimate flexibility. Worst case, you can always do it in Word. So
sure, okay, got that.
so
Okay, I think I'm good now. I got some work to do,
yeah.
a lot.
So, anyone have any other questions?
No, I'm good,
Clear.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'll have to go.
And very informative, very, very helpful too.
No,
So I
thanks.
appreciate that.
And then, yeah, the next class will be in a little over 12 hours from now, about 12 hours, 45 minutes. That'll be all about media again.
Oh,
So, and likewise, this video will be up in, well, probably within an hour on YouTube. So, but otherwise, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks,
Okay.
John.
And then we'll see you tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, goodbye.